I used to call God the universe. And I think I did that because the universe didn't require any kind of commitment. The universe didn't have any expectations of me, any rules that it placed upon me. And so the universe felt like the safe word to use as a placeholder for God, because I wasn't ready to have a relationship with God. Even though I loved God and I knew God existed, I felt like I wasn't ready to commit. I realized that relationships are a give and take. They're not just one way. A one-way relationship is not a very healthy relationship, and it usually requires both people participating, both people giving something, both people receiving something from each other. The interesting thing with God is that God has literally given me everything. There's nothing that I can give God. God is so complete, God is so whole, and does not require me, does not need me, is completely independent. Whereas I, on the other hand, am completely reliant on the Creator, even to breathe, even to think, for my fingers to move. It requires a higher being to maintain me, and to allow my blood to flow through my body and allow my heart to pump. With each pump, it requires His permission. And it's not me that does this for myself. Even if I went out into the world and I worked really hard, I could perhaps fool myself into thinking that my money comes from my own efforts. Or perhaps I could try my best to be healthy and exercise, and I could fool myself into thinking that I'm healthy because I make myself healthy. But I could never attribute my breath to myself, and I could never attribute the way that my limbs and my organs work to myself, and I could never attribute the sun, the way that the sun is setting right now, and the way that it rises every single day to myself. So who does that? Who do I have to thank for maintaining myself and my inner world, and then the outer world outside of me? I used to say the universe. But the universe itself is the creation. The universe itself is a compilation and collection of all these little things and all these big things, and still something is in control of the universe. To thank the universe for creation is like thanking the baby for birthing itself, which is not possible. It's like recently I saw someone saying nature is the best artist, but nature is the art. Nature itself is the creation, so how can I thank the creation for the creation? And how could I thank the universe for the universe when the universe itself is created? It only makes sense to thank the Creator. It only makes sense to credit the artist for the art. So I stopped calling upon the universe and I started calling upon God. And what did that mean? That meant I had to acknowledge that in this relationship with God, there is an exchange and there is a relationship. Personally, I'm happy with that because I wouldn't want to have a relationship with God that He gives me everything and I ignore Him. Where He puts my soul back into my body every time I wake up and I ignore Him. That doesn't feel right. I want to be able to thank the one who gave me my breath. I want to know who it was that put me here and who it is that I'm going to return to when my soul leaves my body. I want the empowerment of being able to thank the one who gave me the gift, instead of thanking people that are not responsible for that blessing. It's kind of like a parent. A parent will never expect their child to pay them back. A parent will never expect their child to pay them back for everything that they did. And no matter what a child did, she could never repay her mother for even one labor pain, for one contraction. And all our parents really want from us is our gratitude, our obedience, and our respect. And imagine our parents raised us and they gave us everything. They gave us the clothes off their backs. They gave us their comfort. They gave us their whole lives. And instead of thanking them, we thanked some random stranger. We thanked some random stranger, or we gave our loyalty to our friends, or we gave our loyalty to their enemies, or we gave our attention and our time to everyone except them. Likewise, I'm sitting here and I'm breathing in this fresh air, and I have the gift and the ability and the health to be able to sit here and to walk here, to arrive here. I'm gifted with the ability to think these thoughts and to say these words with my lips and my tongue, to see the beauty with my eyes. And imagine, instead of thanking the one, Allah, God, who gave me that, I thank the universe, or I thank creation. I thank the mountains, but the mountains didn't give me the ability to see them. The mountain didn't even exist on its own will or its own accord. It existed by the will of the Creator. So who is worthy of thanks? Allah, God. And when I acknowledge that, I recognize that my role here is not to be perfect. Allah does not expect me to be perfect. That is not my part of this relationship. Allah expects me to speak and to acknowledge the truth that Allah is the Creator and Allah is the only one worthy of worship. That to thank anyone else or to worship anyone else other than Him is to speak a lie, and it is to live a lie. And all Allah wants from me is first and foremost to speak and live the truth that there is none worthy of worship, none worthy of thanks except Him. It's acknowledgement. How can I have a relationship with someone if I don't even acknowledge their presence first and foremost in my life? How could I have a relationship with someone if I attributed and I associated everything they do for me to someone else? It's acknowledgement. Allah, you exist. Allah, you created me. Allah, you created this universe. As aware as you are of every ant that crawls upon the surface, as aware as you are of every planet suspended in space, as aware as you are about every drop of water that the ocean contains, you are as aware of me, my name, my soul, my mind, my birth and my death and my life. You are all encompassing, all aware, all knowledgeable. It's you, Allah. And I will say your name, Allah, not the universe, not some vague word. You, Allah, you the compassionate, you the merciful, you the powerful, you the subtle, you the aware. It's you, I believe in you. That acknowledgement is what Allah wants from me in this relationship, not perfection. And then, from that recognition, the desire to be close to Him, the desire to be close to the one that I came from, the desire to be close to the one that I will return to. And when He sends guidance through the books, through the prophets, through the examples, that guidance is there to usher me into the best version of myself. None of the guidelines in the Quran are there for God. God doesn't benefit from me praying. God does not benefit from me not drinking alcohol. God does not benefit from me getting married and only having relations within marriage. God does not benefit from me not stealing or not murdering. Who is it that benefits from these guidelines? It's me that benefits. It's my neighbor that benefits. It's my family that benefits. It's my society and my world. Because Allah is the most compassionate, and He would never want His creatures to live a life filled with darkness, pain, and agony, constantly hurting one another, lost and confused as to what the right thing is to do. God is merciful, and He placed within ourselves an inherent knowing of right and wrong, and then He blessed us with guides and examples to remind us of what we've forgotten about what is right and wrong. Allah is the most compassionate. Allah is the most merciful. Allah is the guide, and He helps me navigate through a world where there are so many temptations for a reason. Stay away from the things that will bring me into my ruin and guide me to the things that will uplift me and rejuvenate me and bring me closer to Him even in this world. That paradise is something I can taste in this world when my soul has been purified and has attained a state of peace and tranquility and contentment. This is a beautiful relationship, and it's incredibly imbalanced because God has given me everything, and all that He wants is my acknowledgement that He is one, that He has created everything, and He is the only one worthy of praise, the only one worthy of thanks, and the only one worthy of my utmost and total devotion. So as I sit here in this beautiful place, I say Alhamdulillah, which means all praise is due to Allah. And if you've been calling God by names, vague names, placeholder names, because you're not ready for this relationship, now is the time to say, "Oh Allah, you are one. I believe in you. All praise is due to you. You have created everything. Everything has come from you, and to you all will return." بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.